Oh, welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, this used to be my shed. When I first had it, there was a shed here and a shed there. I put a roof on there to add extra space and collect extra rainwater. Originally the shed stopped there. We've extended it to here, so we've seen little bits of this, but this is a video just looking at what I've been up to. So we've used pallets as the upright. I've now put some netting on because my next door neighbour plot holder is going to be collecting all his water soon, so I'm not going to get down here. That will stop the snow a little bit and some of the rain. And on top, no, that's not me, guys, it's because I've stood on his boards. I've put some plastic which is come down over here. We've tied the netting up there and we've used silicone along the back edge, and I thought I'd actually solve the water issue. Most of that is temporary at the back. So the shed used to end here, so I've gone back to the hedge, cut it back, got that to do, siliconed it, added a little bit on at the end which we've all tidied up. I've brought the netting round, and it's a good job I did to protect those onions, because you may be able to see where the rain from the north, because we're having north winds at the moment, and you can see it's gone into there. So if we go here, stand there, it's coming a good way. So I am thinking that I should net all this and have an entrance so that I can actually hi Steve! So I can actually get in and out, but stop some of the rain actually getting in. The shelving's up now along the back there, so we've got the onions all clearly marked. Some that we're going to be saving for seed that will be setting in November. There's the variegated onion, that's for seed. Some of the garlic. Now, on a previous video the water was pouring in here, so I thought silicone all that up. I've got some silicone up there and across here. I've put some silicone along the edge of the corrugation, similar to what we did on the compost bin. So under here there's a thin bead of silicone, so as the water drips down, water will go uphill, so it needs something to stop it, then it drips down. So we've done that, so hopefully during heavy rain it stopped that issue. The wind's been playing havoc with these sheets because they're not fastened down properly, but this is the bucket I put under, and that was full. I thought, yeah, put the empty bucket under and we've got more water. So the water's coming in somewhere, so we'll keep an eye on it. We don't want to wet everything, and we haven't had as much heavy rain, but it's been persistent. And I want to paint all this green, so I don't really want to mess about with it too much. This I put more wood chips under here because it was leaning the wrong way, and if you look at the bricks at the back, it's still slightly up, but it might sink a bit more. If it does, we'll be fine. We've got pallet wood under there just to keep everything off the ground. That will encourage the rats to make nests, but if we keep it open and keep making a noise, hopefully they'll stay away. So these are the Red Russian from William Coleman, Allotment and Garden, or Garden and Allotment. Alan's Red Florence, and these are the other ones. You see, I haven't labelled them. Can't spell, that's the problem with me. So, and these are the Bedfordshire Champions, and these are from another plot holder. And just keep an eye on your onions. I know that one's gone soft, so we'll fasten that out. And the way I tie my onions on, if we can just quickly see, I basically just put one lip round and then just fold it down. It holds it in place, nice and simple. Keep it simple, that's me. Previous video we got these three filled. That's now filled. Excuse the plank. We've now got the pallet wood all across there, so this before wasn't a very usable space. Now I can stack a few things up. Gosh, now the water level was there night previous, so we've had some rain overnight again. So the wood that I get given me, or we find, can be kept nice and dry under here. And oh, Mrs. King's been looking for me the toilet brush. Must take that back. I use that for cleaning my potatoes and carrots on the drill. So a little job before the winter. We're going to get an early one, guys. I don't know, but we'll get this netted up and we'll have it doubled here so that I can just creep in. I've got some bubble wrap from a delivery during our house renovation DIY projects, so I'm going to be using that on the roof. As you know, if you put two layers, the condensation will hit the cold roof and then start dripping. But if it hits something that's warm, so another layer, like in the greenhouse grow room, it stops the condensation. We don't want the drips coming down. We want it to go up and just come out of the shed. That's why I've opened this right up. So now, instead of walking in between the blue barrels and that post, down the back and round the corner to that little space, we're fully using this space now. So a really good project to do while I'm still reasonably active. And most of this timber was come off a truck find. I say a truck find. My neighbour come back with his truck and he got a load of stuff on it, and if there's anything on there, help yourself. I think I bloody emptied it. But yeah, everything in here is pretty well done for free. I think it's cost me a tube of silicone, £3.50 to do that little bit of silicone in. Maybe getting on for 2 tubes, so and a few screws. So let's say a tenner to open this space up so that I can keep all my materials nice and dry. And this area here now, where I've just got a chair and a bench, I've got all this area to sit and talk you to death and bore you completely to pieces. Now in the previous video the tablet switched off again, so we'll just finish off that video of the Bank Holiday Monday, August Bank Holiday Monday tour. So the flies and wasps are having a field day with the grapes. There he is, look, hello. And at the end of that video I had a wasp land on my neck. I must have touched the screen and it went off, so apologies, but that's the way things go. And we're harvesting a few tomatoes, so are the birds, because at the moment the wind has blew out at the back, the Enviromesh. We've had another wind to blow out, but if the wind comes in, it needs to get out, guys. That's what you've always got to remember. So I always leave the doors open, and so the wind can get in and out. So we have a few more grapes here. I say I've got to be so careful. If one of these wasps has me, then antihistamine, and I swell up like a balloon. And that ain't a pretty sight, guys. So that's the barrel from here. We've used the material like that to top up my future winter cabbage bed. And it won't be long, another couple of months, and we'll get this polytunnel cover off. The grapevine's going, so somebody's already told me one type of black grape to have. So if you've got any good suggestions on a variety of grapes to grow within a polytunnel, please let me know in the comments. So we're at the top of the long veg now. That's my radish, the white radish, and the caterpillars had a field day with that. I'm not sure what you're seeing here, guys, because of the sunshine, but the long parsnip, beetroot, parsnip, and hopefully we'll get a good length on those for the giant show. My cabbage up at my father's allotment is far bigger than the one on plot 1, and whether you can see that, hope the camera don't go off, but that's one of the beetroots, and until I actually reveal it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to break my personal best. And of course the wind has played havoc with those, as you'd expect, and pulled them out of the ground a bit. I'll give them a good water and it's washed the soil back in, but it won't be long before we're revealing a pot of Jerusalem fartichokes. Well, the dahlias have had a second pop. I'll be remembering this time, these are mine that I grew from seed. I must get them into the wildflower garden where the sunflowers are at the moment. And another nice row of carrots. I think these are, be carefully not touching them. So these are the Autumn King 2, sown on the 28th of June, and interplanted with some Moulet white radish or similar icicle, and they can be left in the ground for a hell of a long time. They don't bolt like normal radishes, so see how long they'll last. And if you missed my autumn tour, there are some of the carrots that I've actually pulled out. That this bed was attacked by the carrot willow aphid, giving my carrots motley dwarf virus. But my parsnip is looking very healthy, a bit droopy on the end, but very healthy. Parsnips are done well, and they'll be moved to this bed next year because we can't replant carrots in either of these two beds, and possibly that one, because that one's been slightly affected, because you can see the carrots further on are a lot better now. They're shielded by that to stop any more spores getting to them. Check my playlists under the carrot willow aphid motley dwarf virus. I've been pricing the timber up now, and it's going to cost me not as much as I thought, but still got to save the pennies up. So thank you to everyone that supports my channel by watching from start to finish. And that's where the timber is going to come to. So that is a metre. So this will be way up here, so these barrels will be able to sit on the surface instead of me actually bury them in the ground, and it'll be easier to do the water hose pipe siphoning system from one barrel to another, so that when these do overflow, they won't now, they'll just keep putting into others. Whether I can salvage this guttering or not, I don't know, because it's been on quite a few years, about 6 years now. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends, and don't forget, leave that comment, hit the like or dislike button, and consider subscribing. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now. It's goodbye from me.